So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is Other Ryan here.
And today we once again have another interesting video for you all. Now, this one is actually talking about the "Was It Me" slogan that's printed on the newest teaser on scottgames.com.
Yes, and talking about whether it's in relation to the It's Me in Five Nights at Freddy's 1.
Yeah, I mean, the It's Me thing has been around for a while, hasn't it? And yeah, we've known about it for a while, but there's never been any kind of definitive answers towards the whole It's Me thing, has there? Scott's not kind of give us any hints towards what this might mean entirely.
Yeah, because when Five Nights at Freddy's 1 was released, obviously no one knew that there'd be like a prequel, then a sequel to that, then a Five Nights at Freddy's 4 after that. So the fact that there was this It's Me written all over the place is like, what is he talking about here? What's going on? Because obviously you could only work with the story you were given at the time, obviously with the animatronics oozing from the eyes and stuff like that. So It's Me didn't really make sense within that storyline that he was giving us at the time.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people were confused back then, and well, they still are to this day, because it is a very confusing concept. And you know, I think in this video we're going to be trying to pretty much see if there's any connotations or links between the "Was It Me" in the newest teaser with these new Nightmare animatronics. So because of the nature of the way this question's been posed from these Nightmare animatronics, people of course are beginning to create the link that perhaps this might actually be linked to the whole "It's Me" thing. I mean, the "Was It Me" is more of a question, whereas the "It's Me" is the statement. So it feels like they're saying the same thing almost in different wording, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. And obviously loads of people are referring us back to the Byte of 87 because of the whole source code that you bring up right now on scottgames.com. If you bring up the source code, there's like 8s and 7s everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere,
yeah, I mean, the fact that he showed us Spring Freddy, Nightmare Freddy now, and this Nightmare Bonnie, and back in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, if you remember the glitchiness of when the faces come on the screen.
So what you mean is when you could be sat in the office, this can happen on absolutely any night you're playing, and out of nowhere you'll kind of start to hear this robotic voice, and it actually recites some wording from it's a written book, isn't it?
Yogi autobiography, I think.
If I remember correctly, something similar to that. And basically, as this is happening, you might have like maybe a Bonnie flash on screen, or even the Freddy character, and it will say "It's Me," and it'll be very fast. And as I say, it can happen on any night. Some people had it happen on night 1, and they were so confused what it meant.
Yeah.
But you know, it just seems to make a little bit of sense, the fact that we've been introduced to the Nightmare Freddy and now this Bonnie character. And in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, those were the only two screens that could actually occur. So you know, could it be almost like one of these two characters possibly did it?
Well, you could say that, but then again, you'd have to bring in the facts that in Pirates Cove, there's an "It's Me" sometimes when Foxy disappears to run down the hallway. So obviously these two are main suspects, because obviously, like we said, it's only those two in the glitchy screens, and it's these two that were being shown now. And in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we were introduced to the Spring Trap, which was original version of Bonnie. And obviously in the previous two games, it was about Freddy. So I don't know, it seems to point towards these two, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if the "It's Me" thing and this whole "Was It Me" thing is definitely linked, I think you're definitely, what you're saying is definitely creditable, of course, because the whole "It's Me" thing, and it is coming from more than these just two animatronics, which could mean that the whole, you know, the concept of maybe there was more than one involved, isn't it? It's like the "It's Me" thing, it's still the ongoing thing. And I think the important thing we must consider from this is that if these other guys are saying "It's Me" and this whole "Was It Me" thing is actually linked directly to that, we may be seeing a lot more Nightmare animatronics than just these two guys.
Yeah, I believe that maybe the next teaser will be a Foxy, because like I just said on the whole Pirates Cove and "It's Me," he's obviously a main suspect as well in this whole thing.
An interesting point to raise actually is that they're mainly the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 animatronics, aren't they?
Yes, I don't think there's an "It's Me" in Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
No, but there was the speculation with the mangle "It's Me," wasn't there, in Five Nights at Freddy's 3? It definitely seems to recite something very similar to that. So these other generations of animatronics might also be tied into the whole "It's Me" thing, and we might have this massive roster of these Nightmare animatronics all coming to try and kill you.
Like I said in a previous video, it's like I don't think we see "It's Me" within Five Nights at Freddy's 2 itself, only in the mini games. And obviously in the mini games, we know that they take place in different time zones, meaning that
different time
possibly
zones,
in these time zones, the bites already occurred, and that's why it says "It's Me" in the top left-hand corner, because that is after the whole 1987 and Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
I see, yeah. Well, I think the last point we should consider for this video is the fact that there doesn't seem to be much of a link between the Byte of 87 or the whole "It's Me" thing, should I say, in Chica, does there?
No, definitely not. That's the one animatronic that seems to kind of sway away from this whole...
especially in the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 Chica more so than the previous generations. than Chica in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 that we see, the withered version.
I think mainly because she's got a beak, really. She can't do much damage with, you can't really bite with a beak, can you, I guess? So.
Now, saying that, look at the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 toy Chica, she actually removes the beak, so...
Oh god, yeah, true, actually.
Maybe that's linked somehow. I don't know, but that was an interesting point you just raised there with the little... almost to contrast it, with these newer animatronics, now they're kind of taking off their parts, and I suppose that might even back up the whole idea that these animatronics might actually be interchangeable.
Yeah.
So it's all interesting, it's all new news, and it's all early days still, really, isn't it? I mean, there's so much more that's still going underneath us, and we're just not being able to uncover yet.
Yeah.
But
we've got another 4 or 5 months left of this. So
oh yeah, gosh, there's going to be a lot more releases, but we look forward to it, guys, and hopefully you do too.
Definitely.
So there we have it, guys. There's once again another interesting topic for you all to have a think about. Be sure to comment your own thoughts on this down below because we would love to hear it.
Definitely, and if you did enjoy this video, why not give it a like, and if you're new around here, why not subscribe for more theories like this and also some gameplay.
You got it. So thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and we'll of course see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?